Greetings to all our dear uncles, aunts, and viewers. It's a pleasure to see you again on Holistic Health 24H, a channel dedicated to sharing gentle yet effective natural health knowledge, especially for middle-aged and elderly people. Dear friends, after the age of 60, one thing becomes just as valuable as any supplement, and that is a deep, uninterrupted sleep without tossing and turning through the night. But what's the reality? Many older adults are struggling with insomnia, restless sleep, and waking up tired, even though they don't drink coffee or experience stress. Why is this happening? The answer may lie in daily habits that seem harmless, but quietly steal our sleep night after night. In today's video, Holistic Health 24H will walk you through some common sleep mistakes many seniors unknowingly make. And more importantly, we'll share natural, medication-free ways to fix them, so you can soon enjoy restful nights, refreshed mornings, and better overall health. Stay tuned until the end of the video, because every mistake we mention is something familiar that might be cutting your sleep shorter every night. 1. Sleeping too early or too late. One of the most common mistakes many elderly people make is going to bed too early or too late, which disrupts the body's natural circadian rhythm. Some people feel sleepy after dinner and head to bed as early as 7 or 8 p.m. However, this often leads to waking up in the middle of the night, and once awake, it becomes very difficult to fall back asleep. As a result, the body doesn't get a full rest, and the next morning feels groggy, sluggish, and even irritable. On the other hand, there are also many who stay up late, watching TV, listening to the radio, or using their phone, and then try to make up for it by sleeping during the day. This flips the body's internal clock, leads to shallow nighttime sleep, and eventually forms a hard-to-break cycle. Especially when sleep is fragmented, the body doesn't have enough time to restore vital functions such as memory, immunity, and heart health. Poor sleep timing not only drains your energy, but also increases the risk of illness in older adults. Advice from Holistic Health 24H. Try to establish a consistent sleep-wake schedule. Ideally, go to bed at the same time every night, around 9:30 to 10:30 p.m., and wake up at a fixed time in the morning, even on weekends or holidays. Also, avoid taking long naps during the day. If you need to rest, limit it to 20-30 minutes early in the afternoon. This will help restore your body's natural circadian rhythm, allowing you to sleep deeper and wake up more refreshed, without needing sleep aids. 2. Drinking too much water before bed. This might seem like a harmless habit, but drinking too much water in the evening, especially right before bedtime, can seriously disrupt sleep for seniors. Many older adults drink 1 or 2 glasses of water before bed, thinking, "It's good for my kidneys," or "It'll keep my skin hydrated." Sounds reasonable, right? But in reality, this habit often leads to getting up 2 to 3 times during the night to urinate. These interruptions break up your sleep cycle and prevent you from entering deep sleep, the most restorative stage of rest. Worse still, waking up multiple times at night, especially for those over 60, increases the risk of falls, dizziness, or even a sudden drop in blood pressure, particularly if the floor is slippery or the room isn't well lit. Some seniors also drink herbal teas, pennywort juice, soup, or warm milk before bed, believing it helps them fall asleep. But the truth is, many of these liquids are natural diuretics, or contain mild caffeine, which only makes the urge to urinate more frequent. Even if you're sleepy, it becomes hard to fall back asleep. So what's the recommendation from Holistic Health 24H? Stay well hydrated throughout the day, especially from morning until late afternoon. After 7 o'clock p.m., gradually reduce your fluid intake. If you feel thirsty before bed, just take a small sip. Don't drink a whole glass. Lastly, if you're waking up frequently at night without a clear reason, it's wise to get a health checkup. Issues with the prostate, kidneys, or urinary tract could be the underlying cause, and insomnia may be an early warning sign. 3. Sleeping with the lights on. This is a subtle but common mistake that can greatly reduce sleep quality in older adults, sleeping with lights on, even dim light from a night lamp, TV screen, or hallway. Many seniors are afraid of the dark, fear falling, or simply feel comforted by having a light on. Some even say, it feels uncomfortable and unsettling when it's pitch black. But in reality, light, even dim light, can interfere with the brain's production of melatonin, a vital hormone that helps the body fall into deep sleep. As a result, even if you sleep 7 to 8 hours, you may still wake up feeling tired, mentally foggy, and less alert. Prolonged exposure to light during sleep has also been linked by experts to chronic sleep disorders, mild depression, and, in some individuals, increased blood pressure. It's not just room lights. Blue light from TVs, smartphones, or tablets can also disrupt your sleep cycle, especially if you have the habit of falling asleep with the TV on. In truth, your brain continues to process both the light and sound, preventing you from reaching truly restful, restorative sleep. Advice from Holistic Health, 24H. Start getting used to sleeping in a completely dark, quiet, and clean room. The ideal lighting for sleep is no light at all. But if needed, use a soft red nightlight placed far from the bed and not directed toward your face. If you're worried about nighttime trips to the bathroom, consider installing small motion sensor lights in the hallway or bathroom. These lights only activate when someone moves, making them safe and energy efficient. Make sure to turn off the TV and all electronic devices before bed, and avoid screens for at least 30 minutes before going to sleep. Just making this small change has helped many seniors sleep much better. No more tossing and turning, no more waking up in the middle of the night, and waking up in the morning feeling refreshed. 4. Watching TV or using your phone before bed. One seemingly harmless habit that quietly ruins sleep for many seniors is watching TV, using a smartphone, or scrolling on a tablet right before bedtime. Many people say, I just watch the news, listen to a few songs, or catch a quick episode to relax before sleeping. That may sound harmless, but in reality, the blue light emitted from these screens is a silent enemy of sleep. This type of light suppresses melatonin production, the hormone that signals your body it's time to sleep. On top of that, the content you're watching, from news to drama, can overstimulate the brain, making it harder to relax and possibly triggering underlying anxiety you may not even realize. The result? Your eyes feel tired, your head feels tense, and yet your sleep is light and restless. You may toss and turn, struggle to fall asleep, and wake up in the middle of the night without understanding why. Not only does screen time disrupt sleep, but staring at electronic devices for too long before bed can also cause dry eyes, neck strain, headaches, and over time may impair memory and daytime focus. Advice from Holistic Health, 24H. Turn off all electronic devices at least 30 minutes before going to bed. This gives your brain time to relax, free from stimulating light and information. Instead of watching TV, try gentle bedtime activities like reading a physical book, listening to instrumental music, practicing deep breathing, or doing 5 minutes of light meditation. These calming habits help soothe the nervous system, making it easier to fall into deep, stable sleep. If possible, keep your phone out of the bedroom. Sleep is a time to recharge, not to be interrupted by notifications, flashing screens, or messages. Just by making this small habit change, many seniors report falling asleep faster, sleeping more deeply, and waking up feeling refreshed and mentally sharp. 5. Napping too much during the day. Another reason why many older adults struggle with nighttime sleep comes from daytime naps. As we age, getting enough deep, uninterrupted sleep at night becomes even more important. But some seniors develop a habit of napping too long during the day, or frequently dozing off, especially after 3 p.m. As a result, the body doesn't feel sleepy at night, leading to difficulty falling asleep or long periods of lying awake. Some may say, I can't sleep at night, so I make up for it during the day. But in reality, daytime sleep cannot replace the benefits of nighttime rest. In fact, it disrupts the body's natural circadian rhythm. Over time, the body gets used to fragmented sleep and loses the essential deep sleep cycle needed to restore brain function and vital organs. Additionally, too much daytime napping can cause mild headaches, sluggishness, poor concentration, and even raise the risk of mild depression in older adults. Advice from Holistic Health 24H. If you need a nap, limit it to 20-30 minutes, ideally around midday, between 12 o'clock p.m. and 1:30 p.m. Avoid napping in the late afternoon, and especially avoid taking multiple naps throughout the day. Instead, try gentle physical activity, get some morning sunlight, or engage in a conversation or reading. These activities help you stay alert without compromising your nighttime sleep quality.